Everybody, how's it going? This is John here for another episode of Kitchen Hacks. So I hope you're doing well, and this week we'll be working on a bit of a kind of nice and easy recipe that requires less washing up, because I know that the washing up really kind of ruins the kitchen experience. Hi Jim, how's it going? So I'm live on Zoom if you want a bit of a face-to-face chat without all the Instagram palooza. But I'm also on Instagram Live right now. So I've got some ingredients here. Got some sausages, got my peppers, onions, potatoes, and that is pretty much all there is to this dish. It's a sausage tray bake, and yeah, it's pretty much just sausages, vegetables, all in your tray, and then put it in the oven, and you can just go off and chill or spend your time productively. So yeah, that's what we're going to work on, so nice and simple. So we'll get stuck right into it. Here's what you need. Basically, a pack of sausages. These can be veggie sausages, these can be meat, whatever sort of sausages you fancy. An onion, a large onion or a couple of small ones, that will do. A couple of peppers, weird ones like these, or bell peppers, whatever you've got really. And 500 grams of kind of new potatoes, baby potatoes, and you can pretty much just get a bag of those. That will do the trick. So yeah, hi Lyra, how's it going? So yeah, tray bake, nice and simple. Don't be scared away by, you know, all this chopping and dicing and stuff. There's no real rules to it. So pretty much all you want to do, get yourself a knife. Any knife you want, and just start chopping up those vegetables. Just chop the end off there of your onion, put that to one side, chop the other end off. Come on, there you go. And just chop it in half there, so you've got all this skin, you want to take that off. Chop it in half, and then just take your fingers, peel it off. That's got a bit of a nasty little bit on there for some reason. Again, that's nature. Just chop that off, there you go. No worry anymore. And yeah, peel off the onion here. Oh yeah, before I forget, oven. Turn your oven to 200 degrees fan, or 220 if you've got a regular non-fan oven. So there we go, turn your oven up. I'm putting mine on 200. There we go, makes things easier. Now your onions, you kind of want them in like chunks. So, see the onion here? Just cut it in half. Got kind of quarters of onions here. And then feel free to cut those again. Boom. And again. So that kind of leaves you with 4 bits of onion there. Those will fall apart, cook nicely. And do that to the other one. 1, 2, there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pieces. Those are the onions done. The pepper, just top and tail, there you go. Put those ends off. Try not to waste too much. Off on the end there, and then the top bit. Okay. And of course, you don't want to waste these bits. So feel free to just peel round, just pull that bit off. There you go. That'll do it. And then, yeah, and this bit too. There you go. Once again, I'm tearing up because my knife isn't sharp enough. So, now you've got your peppers, just cut them in half, like so. And you want to get all those pesky little seeds out. So obviously you can use your knife, you can use your fingers like the savage I am here. Anything will do. And look at this. So you've got all those seeds in there, do you see that? All those seeds. You want to just get those out. So chop it in half. And then you want to just run your knife down there and then get off all those seeds. Okay? run your knife down there. There we go, that little dangly bit. You don't need that. Scrape it to the side. Again, use your knife, just scrape the seeds off. There you go. Peppers, no seeds, that's what we want. Again, keep on going. Just scrape those seeds off. So we got one pepper here. Got our mess on the side there, off camera. And now the same with your other pepper. Just slice it down the middle. Get off those seeds. Scrape. I mean, it's not going to kill you if you have the seeds. That's fine, really. But I wouldn't recommend it. You know, it's much less stressful if you just peel them out. There you go. As I say, don't be afraid of getting your fingers stuck in there. Just as long as you keep washing your hands, that's the main thing. Oh, that's a pesky seed. There we go. Okay. So, you've got your peppers here. Just chop those into little chunks, not too small. I mean, there's not really any hard and fast rule here. See those? I don't know, like a width of a finger or a couple, depending on how you fancy. You can make them big. 2 finger widths, maybe an inch. As you can see, not worrying too much about the sizes, just chop them up. Really don't worry about it. Because these are going to have quite a while in the oven. Around 50 minutes, as I say, 50, 55 minutes. Okay, there you go. Onions here, peppers. You've got your potatoes here. You see those? Have a look at those. Got those there. Now, just to get it ready, you want some stock. And that will form a nice kind of sauce with your vegetables. So as I say, this dish is basically 3 things. Sausage, vegetable, and a bit of stock, a bit of liquid. This is adapted from a Mary Berry recipe that uses white wine, but again, if you want to use white wine, you can, but I'm not going to splash out on that. So, veg stock, that will do. And you need around like 200 millilitres of that. That will do the trick. So if you've got one of these handy little Pyrex kind of glass jugs, you can get them quite cheaply. That will have 200 millilitres on the measuring. So yeah, just take your stock cube, feel free, just chop it up. Just chop it up into little bits. That means it dissolves faster. Let me show you. There you go. Little bits, stock cube. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Hi, Christine. Hello. So yeah, got my chunks of onion, got all those bits. Say, let me know how you're doing in the comments as well. Let me know how I'm doing, if you need me to clarify stuff or slow down, speed up, whatever. So, get your jug and then just knock those little bits in there. I'm going to grab the kettle, bear with me. And you want around 200 millilitres of this. We're going to use this later. So let me eye that up. There we go. That will do it. All right. So you can just mix that around. Let that sit. Oh, hi, Christine. I'm making a kind of sausage and vegetable tray bake. So it's basically just one pan, kind of relatively kind of hands-off, where it's just roasted vegetables with sausages and all, and then a little bit of a kind of veg stock sauce. So as I say, it's quite cheap and quite easy to make. So to me, that's what makes it nice and simple. So feel free to give it a try. So as I say, you've got 2 peppers here to recap. 2 small onions, or in my case, 1 larger onion, bag of potatoes, and then your 200 millilitres with 1 stock cube. Hi Emma, good to see you. So yeah, peppers, onions, potatoes, stock. Let's get it all in here. Any tray you've got, just don't be afraid, chuck them in there, make some mess, go crazy. Doesn't matter if you get it on the floor like I did. And yeah, just put those in there. Have a look at that. You see those little bits? Ah, hi Jill, how's it going? Good to see you. And good to have you with us. So yeah, look at that. Vegetables, just put those in there. Don't worry about it. You don't even need to chop them. This is why I like it. It's just, you don't need to worry about, you know, chopping and dicing too much. You've got those in there. And olive oil, yes. That's what we need. Any oil will do. Olive oil, sunflower oil. And you want a couple of tablespoons of that. So get that, and then just a couple of tablespoons. Just chuck that over it. I mean, maybe 4. Let's go for 4. You can always add more if you need, don't worry. But 4, I'll say that will do the trick for now. Okay. Bit of salt, or pepper, as this is. Again, any amount will do, a little shake of that. Depending how spicy you like your stuff. Bit of salt. Don't ask me why the salt's so big. There we go. Season to taste. Again. And by the way, if you have any garlic paste, this is like a cheap little kind of trick to spruce up your food. Get some garlic paste. You can get it quite cheap, less than £1 in a jar or in a tube. Just get that, and then add a couple of teaspoons to that stock of yours that we were doing earlier. There's 1. There's 2. There we go. And again, you can mix that, and then we'll come back to that later. If you've got a spatula, just shake that around a little bit. Make sure that oil's coating them. Again, the oven's at 200 degrees fan. Okay, guys? Okay. So we've got those in there. As you can see, I'll show you. Oh, let's move this out of the way. So there's enough space there to kind of fit it in the tray. Oh, here we go. Yes, as Emma says, garlic powder. Thanks, Emma. Garlic powder is quite a kind of easy sort of way to get a bit of garlic flavour in there. Funnily enough, I don't know if it's less of a UK thing, let me know, but I've never used garlic powder until saw it. Well, I got it from the shops a while back, but I've never used it. I don't even really use the paste because I've never really seen the powders on sale. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Let me know what your experiences are with kind of condiments and stuff. Again, salt and pepper would do, but I like a bit of garlic. You know, I'm not planning on going on any dates soon, so, you know, I'll be okay on that front. Right. So now, here come the sausages. Vegan, veggie, meat, whatever you fancy. Anything will do. This isn't a meat eater's recipe, don't worry. And yeah, common in North America, that's true. Thought so. Okay, so you get your sausages and you just kind of space those out on top. Okay, doesn't have to be pretty, okay? We're not entering into any kind of beauty contests here. Just lay these on top. All right. There we go. Trying to get away the sausage. Have a look at that. There you go. You can see those. And there's 6 sausages in my case. You can do 8. You can do 12. However many you've got, basically. You can scale this down. You can halve it. Just the simple principle of this is some sausages, some vegetables, some potatoes, bit of oil, and put it in the oven at 200 for 50-55 minutes, all right? So you see this there, and then you're thinking, where's the stock coming in? Why have I got this stock? Hold your horses, okay? I've got that there, and actually what I'm going to do is, feel free to just put a little bit of oil on top of your sausages. So I'm going to put a little bit on my hands here. My hands are clean, and I'm just going to drizzle some oil on top of these. Again, you can use your, you can use a brush, any of that will do, basically. Make sure those hands are clean. Don't want to catch you slacking, all right? So there you go, you got these, and then you will just put this in the oven, minus the skin on the bottom there. All right. Yeah. So after about half an hour, you want to just add a sprinkle of herbs, if you fancy, and the stock, basically, after half an hour. Beeper goes off, just pour your stock on top of it, maybe turn the sausages, flip them if you want to ensure even browning, and then keep it going for another 20 minutes, and then voila, you have your sausage dish. But yeah, I'm going to check in once the oven has completed its timer, and I'll show you what has been happening in that oven, and we'll see how it's been going. Should be okay. But yeah, again, that's kind of relatively simple. You saw how simple that was. Just boom, chop, in the dish, in the oven. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that dish. So, time-wise, it's currently 7:37 as per this point on the video. And at 8:15, I'm going to jump back in and I'm going to show you how to make a simple kind of granola, kind of cheap and easy breakfast, good source of energy, oats throughout the day. So feel free to tune in for that. That will be kind of part 2 of Kitchen Hacks this week. And just chime in. Feel free to let me know of your suggestions or what you want to see me cook in the future videos or any tips. By the way, that's tomato sauce I made in last week's episode. That actually worked pretty well. That tasted nice, and I froze most of it, as you saw in the video. And yeah, I basically defrosted it in the microwave for a couple of minutes, and then I just simmered it in a pan and then added it to my pasta, and it tasted just as delicious as it did when I first made it. So that's basically a little bit of a case study just to prove that, yeah, the sauce recipe from last week worked pretty well, which is always a nice kind of thing to learn. So yeah, as I say, you can check out that recipe on the Instagram live highlights, and it'll be up on YouTube very soon as well if you want to check it out there on the King's Residency channel. All right. So I'm going to clear up for now, and then, as I say, I'll be back on at 8:15. Okay, this is a short and sweet broadcast for now. Okay. So thanks to all those who popped in for this short period. I'll see you guys very soon, okay? Bye-bye. Hello again, John here. So I popped back for the second part of tonight's Kitchen Hacks, and I'm just taking this out of the oven, the sausages out of the oven, and I'm just gonna show you the last little kind of simple step, all right? So after about half an hour, you've taken your sausages out of the oven. They smell pretty good, and all you really do now is get that stock that I referred to earlier and just pour it in there. So just take those sausages off, put them on a little plate, makes it a little bit easier. Look at that. Put them on a little plate. There you go, look at that. You got all those vegetables, just mix them up. There you go, look at that. Mix them up in there, get them nice and coated. Oh yes. And then, now they're nice and mixed, you can just add the stock. Okay? So get that there, see it, and pour it just all round. Don't worry about it. Just chuck it. There you go. And it's in a nice little soup there, flavour. Oh yeah. Put your sausages back on top. You can see there's an undercooked side and there's a kind of more burnt side, shall we say, a more charred side. Just put them, nestle them on top there. With the softer side facing up because you want them to cook more. Okay. Put that there. There we go. Looking lovely. And in a minute, I'll show you the granola. Nestle those on there. You see that? Okay. As I say, we're not looking for perfection here. You got those on there. Now, you want to put those back in your oven for about basically 20-25 minutes. So I'm going to put it in my oven for 25 minutes. Feel free to turn it down to 180 if you fancy. And yeah, put that in your oven. Yeah. Okay. Set that timer. 25 minutes. That'll do. And now let's get cracking with that granola that I promised. Okay, so to start out, this is around 10-12 portions of granola. It's kind of quite cheap, you know, because it's basically just oats and seeds. I'm not doing it with nuts. You can do it with nuts, but because my dad has a nut allergy, I'll make it nice and simple for you guys, all right? Now, simple for me, simple for our health. So, oats. I'm going to do 2 trays, 2 regular sized baking trays. Again, feel free to halve this. So I'm doing 350 grams of oats. Any old oats will do. You can get them from the supermarket. You can get yours from Holland and Barrett. That's a shop. There's quite a few of those around in London. So there's some on the Strand, there's some near London Bridge. You'll pretty much find them in most places. And you can get big bags of oats for a few pounds, quite cheap. So I'd recommend. All right, so the oats are the main thing in this granola, obviously. And if you want to add seeds, sunflower seeds are nice and cheap as an option. You want 60 grams of those. And then I'm going to add 30 grams of pumpkin seeds. Mix it up a little. So measure it out. I'm going to get a jug anyway, anything will do. Get your scales. And yeah, I'm going to do my 350. Pour that in there. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. That's tuning in. Thank you very much for coming to us tonight. Okay, 350. Seems like a lot. Trust me, it's not actually that much. Also a good little snack. I find it a good study snack. I'd always kind of snack on little bowls of this stuff. And it's not too unhealthy for you compared to breakfast cereals, because of course oats, good source of energy, slow release. There you go, 350 of these. And then 60 grams of our sunflower seeds. Okay. And 30 grams of the sunflower, 30 grams of the pumpkin seeds. Just chuck those in there. Virtual wave for you guys. Okay, there we go. So those things are now done. That's the gist of it. Just oats and seeds. Okay. So how you get that sort of crunchy granola flavour is a mix of basically kind of 1 part oil to around kind of 5 to 6 parts of golden syrup, all right? So for every tablespoon of oil you put in there, you put around 6 tablespoons max of your golden syrup, okay? So you've got your pan here on the heat, and then just turn that on the highest, kind of quite high heat to begin with, because you want to heat up that pan quickly, all right? We're not here all evening. So, because I'm doing 350 grams of my oats, just take this, and a couple of tablespoons of this will do. 1, 2, there you go. All right, turn that down now. And then, as I say, we want around 5 or 6 tablespoons of golden syrup, honey, anything will do really. I'm using golden syrup, it's what I've got here available. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Yeah, we're there, we're there. There we go. And chuck that in there. All right. And then feel free to just lick spoon off screen. Okay. Let me show you. You've got that in there, your 2 tablespoons of oil, your kind of 6 tablespoons of golden syrup. You want it to get runny in that pan, and it is currently runny in the pan, okay? Get your spoon. At this point, feel free to add any spices that you fancy. If you like a bit of spice in there, if you like a bit of cinnamon, which long-time viewers will know I like my cinnamon. Bit of spice again, bit of cinnamon, and I'm going to go for a little bit of turmeric. All right, just chuck that in there. I like my granola nice and yellow, and I would show you, but I'm going to risk spilling this all over my worktop. Okay, so just get that in there, mix it around, and it's nice and liquidy. Trust me. Actually, let me show you. Look at this. See that? That's kind of, you can see, it's quite liquidy. Okay? And then you want to just chuck all of that in there, and you think, wow, all of that in there? Well, it's going to be fine, all right? Just chuck it. Just pour it. There we go. It's going, it's going. Yes. All right. And then just stir it around a little bit. Feel free to turn the heat off at this point. Stir it around until it's nice and coated. Okay, I'm going to get a better grip of this. Now, some days I'm feeling a bit luxuriant, I'll add more honey or more golden syrup to this. But I'm going to try and be a tad healthier here for the sake of you guys. So yeah, mix that up. You can kind of see bits start to clump together there. And you see those little specks of yellow, that's all the spices obviously. So yeah, it's quite relaxing, I must say. All right, so you've done that. You've stirred that up. Just, there we go. All right. So you've mixed up your granola. Let me perch you back up here. Hello again, here's my face. Sorry, hope you're not disappointed. There it is, there's your granola. Get a couple of trays, okay? Make some noise, I'm passing with those trays. That is loud, I can tell you. So, what I like to do, because I love the extra washing, I'm joking, I don't. But I like to get a kind of large spoon. Anything would do, but I'm going to get a nice and large one. I'm not overcompensating. And then if you've got 2 trays, just keep spooning in between the trays so you've got a nice even amount. That's what I do. Basically, just put them on your tray. 1, 2, there we go. Just keep spreading them. Then just chuck that. Oh, hi. Hope you're doing all right. What you're up to this evening, okay? While I'm in here scraping away at this kind of non-stick saucepan with a metal implement, let me know what you're up to. Because this isn't, don't try this at home, I'd say, don't do this. I mean, you can, I don't know. You can do it if you want. So, look, see those? Can you see them? Yeah, you can. You can slightly see them. Okay, so you just kind of spread it out a little bit on your trays, that granola. Oh, it's pretty warm in here, I can tell you. I'm not sure how warm it is where you are. Let me know. Let me know how warm you are. Hi, Dan. Okay, look at that. That's delicious stuff, that is. Oh, so good. Okay, I'm going to get my spoon and get all this stuff off it. Waste not, want not. Okay. Get that off there. Do you see that? Just get your spoon in there and then just get all those nice bits out there, okay? Look at that. Get all those nice bits out and then don't waste them. Chuck them on your trays. Put that there. Fortunately, a good thing is, because I had a 1-pot meal that we made earlier, I only have to wash up that 1 tray. And that means I can fulfill my washing up quota with all this stuff, okay? So don't feel so bad if you've made these. Again, pretty quick, much quicker when you're not chatting away to a camera into the ether. Let me show you these closer up, guys. Tray 1, tray 2. Okay. And if you've got one of these babies, just flatten it down a little bit. Flatten it down like that. Actually, I'm going to transfer. That was looking a little bit sparse, I think. Just flatten those down. Okay, you see those? You want those in for around 10 minutes in total. Okay? So, open this up. See that? That's cooking nicely. That's my dinner. Well, dinner for another day. Put those in there. One in there. Okay. And then I will put one in here because, yep, let's just shove that up there. Why not? There we go. Compare the 2 ovens. Okay. So you can see how simple that is. Yeah? Literally just oats and sugar. And after a couple of minutes, just take a peek and stir it around. A couple more minutes, take a little peek. Couple more minutes, take a little peek. I mean, if you're kind of, if you've got somewhere to be, then don't worry about taking it out. Just put it in there for 10 minutes. Boom, you've got your granola. If you want an even cooking on all the oats, obviously, they're even browning, then take them out maybe after a couple of minutes each time. Keep mixing it around, okay? So let me know, guys, how that was for you. Okay, was I too fast? I don't know. And yeah, so that was the granola there. We've got around 10, 12 minutes left on the sausages. Okay. As you saw, that granola was pretty quick, pretty simple. Because I jumped on here at around 8:18, and it's now 8:34, and I've got that in there, you know. And then you can start putting all that stuff away. You could do a dance routine, do a workout while it's cooking. You could just sit on your backside. You can do whatever you fancy, you know. Sing a song. You could do washing up, but not everybody wants to do washing up. I don't know. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to the granola. As you can see, there's nothing here really now to see, okay? So a couple of minutes have basically passed, really. And then yeah, you can basically just take your granola out and have a look at it. Here's one example. You take it out. Oh, thank you, Emma. Thank you. You should give it a try. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the sausage stuff again is quite simple. It's quite kind of nice, easy filling dinner, relatively cheap. The granola, I'm sure that, I mean, this is not authentic. This isn't some sort of grandma's recipe. This is something actually, funnily enough, let me let you in on a secret. This granola recipe is actually from a children's cookbook that I got when I was young. So, you know, sometimes you find recipe inspiration in the strangest places. I mean, I don't know, it's funny, isn't it? Sometimes, you know, where we kind of draw our inspiration from for meals and for food and childhood, and then we end up using this stuff. You know, this stuff kind of lives on with us. Yeah, as Emma says, about the sausage dish, as I kind of referred to earlier, the sausage dish is great because any sausage, like any veggie sausage, any vegan sausage, it is one of those things. And you're right, Emma. Granola. Let me show you the book, actually. I've got it here. It's actually a pretty good book. This is a little suggestion. DK, they make a great selection of books. And yeah, I think I got this book when I was around, I don't know, 7 years old or so. And yeah, I kind of just dip in and out of it occasionally. There's a few good recipes in it. You'll probably find it online, I don't know. Probably a scan of it. But yeah, different soups, all that jazz. Anyway, there you go. So, what you want to do anyway, I'm jibber jabbering. What you want to do is you've kind of stirred that around, put it back in for a couple more minutes. Okay? And then also do that with the other one. This is truly high octane stuff, guys. Doesn't get better than this. Okay, mix that around. By the way, you see me using this thing here. I would recommend it. Obviously, you can use tea towel, but I find this little oven mitt also, I can talk to it and keeps me company. Stops you from going insane. So yeah, put that back in the oven. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, just move that down a bit. Alright. So on the theme of cooking, let me know, as I say, what you guys have been feasting on recently. What kind of roadblocks or problems or suggestions that you guys have as to what you've been cooking. And what you'd like to see me cook next week. Because I've got a few ideas bouncing around, so let me know. Because I'm always taking on board suggestions. It's been a while since we've done some baking, so let me know if there's any particular cakes you'd like to see in this program on the future. Because, you know, as I say, I'm always on the lookout for suggestions. Okay? Actually, because I am such an impatient so-and-so, I'm going to take that sausage dish out right now and have a look at it, okay? Because I'm here, why not? Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Okay. So, what I realised when I started out doing this, yeah, what I realised was I usually chuck loads of vegetables into this, like 5 different types. So I kept it really simple with just onions, potatoes and peppers. You can put basically so much in here. You can put courgettes, aubergines, carrots. I love carrots. Carrots in there will taste great. So let me show you. And by the way, yeah, it is kind of that barbecue sort of flavour in a way. You get that sort of charred flavour. Now, let me get my tongs. Okay, so as you can see, they're browning on the top there. Obviously, what you don't want in a way is this sort of pesky burnt bit. But again, I like them burnt. I know the chefs wouldn't agree, but feel free to turn those over again. All right. Feel free to turn them over a little bit for that last stage of cooking. Because sausages don't usually need much time, really. But these, you're kind of doing them for longer in a little bit of a liquid, keeps them moist, okay? So while they might look a little bit overdone on the outside, they still taste pretty moist on the inside. You've got these lovely crispy bits. You hear that? Yeah, there's a nice crispy flavour there. You've got the potatoes just kind of poaching in that oil and that kind of stock mix there. That is basically just a stock, like a little gravy, okay? Put sure there's little bits down there. Then I'm going to put that in for a few more minutes, okay? Wait a second. Back on the face. And again, as I say, 50 minutes around on this. Give or take 55 minutes. And then you pretty much can be ready to go. Okay? Yes. Add a couple of minutes on the timer. Ooh, I'm pretty warm now. I was warm before, but I'm pretty warm now. But yeah. So that's pretty much it at this point, really. As I say, thanks for sharing what you guys have been up to. Now I'm going to do the fun bit, the washing up, the cleaning, all that jazz, okay? So just to recap what we've done today, we've done a sausage tray bake with potatoes and a mix of vegetables. And we've also done some simple cheap granola. You can add nuts to that, you can do all that, add anything you want really, add banana chips, whatever you fancy. Coconut tastes delicious in that too. Very versatile, so please let me know. As I say, if you attempt these things yourself, like Emma, I'd like to see. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you get up to and your version of these dishes. So please, yeah, let me know. As I say, there's so much we can all learn from each other. Okay. The reason I call this kitchen hacks was not just to sound edgy, but because it's about those little twists and those little shortcuts that help make things a bit easier. If you buy a pack of sausages, it might seem a bit boring sometimes. I mean, if you can't get access to a barbecue, which let's face it, most of us can't, then how do you want to add a bit more of an interesting flavour to your sausages? You have to stick them in there with some stock and some vegetables, you know, and that helps. Also, another tip, and what I love about this dish is once you cook those sausages nice and crispy, kind of moist, you can basically keep them, refrigerate them, and then the next day, chop them up, use them in a salad, you can use them in a pasta, you could put them on a pizza. You know, there's so much you could do with it. You could put them in some pastry, make some sausage rolls. As I say, quite versatile in that regard. So yeah, please let me know what you're doing with your sausages in a sensible sense, of course, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it with that regards. I will post the recipes up, don't worry, I'll post a little summary at some point. And as I say, this video will be available on YouTube, on the King's Residence's YouTube channel, within the week, all right? I'll show you some pictures as well once it's done, okay? So, a couple more minutes have passed. Let's check this out. How visible is this? Okay, 1, 2. Let me show you. So as you can see, they're starting to brown. Things are starting to kind of crisp up there. Oh, and you've got that lovely sound when you scrape it around. Just get those light bits around the edges, just push them in there, okay? And by the way, I'm giving maybe far more love and attention to this dish than usual, to this granola than usual. Just for you guys, okay? So you don't need to worry about giving it this much TLC. You can literally just shove it in there for 10 minutes and that does the trick, okay? But I mean, I could eat that right now. It would scald my throat, but oh my, it's lovely. And also another great thing about this granola, again, put it on yogurt, add it with milk. I mean, you can put it in a smoothie if you like that sort of thing. You could also use it as a crumble topping, because I don't know about you, I love apple crumble. And I was so tempted to actually make that today, but I held off because it's a little bit of a faff and it's a bit of washing up, to be honest. But if you make this on another day, chop up an apple, put it in a little bowl in the microwave with some cling film or a plate on top, and then yeah, you've got your stewed apple in a few minutes in the microwave. Put that stuff on top afterwards. Oh, yum. It tastes so good. Okay. So I'm going to shove these back where they belong. Okay. In here. I'm going to readjust that shelf live. Again, this is a real-time experience. Bye-bye, granola. All right, got a few minutes left on that. I'm excited. Even though I've already eaten dinner, I'm still excited. You know, I'm a bit of a foodie, as you know. All right. So now we're left with empty hob and a little bit of cleaning up to do because of the granola. But again, let's say you come in one evening, as you do, or you just, the day goes by and you feel a bit peckish and you have a pack of sausages and some veg, then make the most of it, make this dish. You don't need to add the stock, as I say. Basically, vegetables, sausages, veggie sausages, that's all it is, really. Nice and simple. That's why it's so cool. Another few tips as well for flavours. I love adding a little bit of mixed herbs to my my dish, and then I also like adding a little bit of balsamic vinegar to the stock. I love balsamic vinegar. It has that nice sort of kind of caramelised kind of flavour. Balsamic vinegar, any brand will do. Any cheap stuff, whatever you want, really. A few glugs of that in your sausage dish really just enriches it. So there you go. You can add turmeric, as I did. You can add paprika, all that good stuff. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So we've got 1 minute left on that timer. So rather than saying goodbye and leaving you hanging, for this remaining minute, what shall we do? Okay. Let's do some exercise, you know, do some squats, do any of that, you know. Just get your energy going. Okay. Right. Pour yourself a glass of olive oil. Oh, there we go. Do you hear that? Sound of dinner. It's in the face. this. Okay. Look at this. Look at that. Emma asks, what's the go-to recipe when living in residences? Well, I feel this is a go-to recipe. You see I use a really big tray there. You don't need to use a big tray, you can use a tiny little tray. Anything you got really with a slightly higher side, that will do. Again, that's just sausages and veg. Another go-to recipe, sausage pasta, chuck those into pasta. Also, we got the tomato sauce recipe that I used last week, great with pasta, great with pizza, great with rice, curry, vegetable curry. And another great thing is, if you manage to get your hands on a roast chicken really cheaply, what you can do is just basically add, get your jar of curry paste. You'll find that in basically most shops, tikka paste. It kind of looks, a bit like this, for example, that sort of stuff, tikka paste, and just get a couple of spoonfuls and rub that over a roast chicken, or any chicken you want really, but a roast chicken is particularly good. Put that in the oven for a couple of hours with some vegetables in the same tray, and then that comes out nice, delicious kind of curry, sort of tandoori flavoured chicken, and that's really nice, quick and easy resident meal. What did I have commonly? Yeah, vegetable curry, that's what I had. So cauliflower, carrots, sweet potato, anything, any vegetables you got, chop them up, fry them off with some onions, add in your curry paste, I love that stuff, and a couple of tins of chopped tomatoes, mix it together, simmer it for around half an hour, quick, easy meal. Another one off the top of my head, leek parcels, vegetable parcels. You get a roll of kind of puff pastry. Take that out, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, let it sit on the side on your worktop, unroll it, fry off some leeks for around 10 minutes when you have veg, onions or peppers, whatever you got. Even these veggies will do. Veg, and then just let it cool a bit, your veg, and then just put it on top of your pastry. You put that straight in the oven. Or you can get your rectangular pastry, cut it into 6, that gives you 3 parcels, and then just dollop a bit of veg on 3 bits, put the other 3 bits on top, crimp them, and then you've got kind of nice simple leek parcels for 20-25 minutes in the oven at around 180. So there's a few things off the top of my head. Again, let me know if you want to see me try those things or show you how to do those things. Oh yeah, the granola. Let's not forget that, shall we? I mean, that granola's more than done now. Have a look at that. So that is kind of quick and easy granola. Only takes 10 minutes usually. I've done mine for a little bit more. All right. So yeah, in summary, here's a dinner. You got your 6 sausages, you got your veg, you got that lovely gravy there, a nice vegetable flavour kind of gravy. Any sausages you want. This is for all people, all vegans, vegetarians, carnivores, meat eaters, whatever you fancy. Oh, thanks very much. So I'm glad you like it. As I say, let me know what you've been cooking recently. There's the granola. I mean, I could tuck into that right now. So tempted, but as I say, I'm trying to be good. It's hard, you know. I baked a cake for my granddad today as well, because obviously we're living apart. But I baked him a cake, all sanitary, all that stuff. And I say baking's just one of those ways, and cooking's one of those ways. I know it's a bit hard going sometimes, but particularly in times like this, where hopefully you have a little bit more time to spend on cooking and baking and stuff. Just take time out for yourself to try these things out, okay? And the great thing about this dish, as I say, is it really does not require much money. It doesn't require you to stand around all the time like I did. You literally just shove it in there for an hour, and that's pretty much nice and simple. Hi Freya, nice to see you. I'm kind of at the tail end of this now, so I'm kind of just summing things up. As I say, sausages, that's our tray bake, that's our meal, right? I'll post the recipe on the Instagram story very soon. There's the granola. That noise is my oven in the background. Let's turn that off, shall we? Let's have the tranquility. Oh, it's so chilled out. It's so quiet now. I love it. Okay. So, realistically, this is can be kind of 4 portions, 5 portions in terms of recipe ideas, as I say. Take those sausages off. You can cool them down and then have those in sandwiches. You can have those in pasta. You can have those on pizza, as I say. Again, vegetables, they're great. Turn them into a soup if you fancy, blend it. So there really is so many different ways you can cook this stuff. So yeah, that's pretty versatile. I'm just going to zoom in on it because it just looks so good. There you go. There's the granola. Oh, Emma, it's going to be on YouTube in a while. I mean, as I say, once I send it off to the lovely PR marketing guys of Kings, then we'll be on YouTube, all right? So look out for that. Or, if you're really tech savvy, all you got to do is just go, just click below in a few minutes once we're done here, and then you'll have it on Instagram, you'll see it on Facebook, all right? So there's no excuse if you say to me, where have the videos gone, John? What's happened to them? They're there, okay? They're there below, all right? So I'm going to sign off now. I've been rambling far too long. You've seen the food. You've seen how it's made. I mean, I'm kind of redundant now, okay? So as I say, that was Kitchen Hacks number 2. Let me know what you want to see me do next time, or what you don't want to see me do. You know, you don't want to see me defile a whole country's cuisine and insult long-term heritage, okay? So, yeah. That's pretty innocuous, pretty simple, not too controversial. What I might try next week is try a few curries, if that's something you guys are interested in. Because again, as a student, I love my curries. Nice and simple, nice and cheap. You get 1 jar of that paste, costs you a couple of pounds. That will last you around 4 batches of curry. And by batches, I mean around like 12 portions of curry, really. So you can get a lot out of one of those jars. As I say, tikka paste jars, they're really good. Get in the supermarket. Even better than the sauces. The jars are where it's at, all right? But that's on a tangent, okay? I'm going to say, let's look at the time. Yeah, I'm going to say goodbye now, okay? Goodbye, goodbye. Yeah, okay. So, as I say, I'll see you guys soon. Bit of a plug for the rest of the lovely team with King's RESILIFE. Join Grace from 7:15 p.m. tomorrow for some lovely meditations. I think I need that now. I'm really looking forward to that. I'll definitely have to check in. Hi, Jill, again. You just missed the cooking, Jill. You just missed the end point. But as I say, the recipes, you can look back at the stream afterwards, be up on Instagram, or just ask me, really. I mean, as I say, you'll see the recipe. I'll post that up there soon. Okay? So, bye-bye, all right? Bye-bye from me, and I'll see you guys very soon, okay? Thanks so much, and take care.